The Home Office said such powers were vital if police and the security services were to investigate serious crime and terrorism. But civil liberties groups have expressed concern. David Davis is a Conservative MP and former Shadow Home Secretary. Earlier he told my colleague Tim Wilcox why he's against the proposal.
I mean, the simple truth is that the argument the government puts up is that, oh, technology makes this necessary, it's much more difficult. Actually, technology makes it easier to eavesdrop on vast numbers of people. And what they haven't explained is precisely why it is they intend to eavesdrop on all of us without even going to a magistrate for a warrant or a judge for a warrant, which is what always used to happen. Before your phone could be bugged, or before, in fact, any criminal's phone could be bugged, they had to go and get a warrant. Now they're intending to be able to do this for all of us, for millions of communications without going to anybody. Now, why is that necessary in this day and age?
So it won't improve national security?
No, I don't think so. I mean, the simple truth is they are able to intercept very large amounts of communication. Now, what this is talking about doing is not focusing on terrorists or on criminals. It's absolutely everybody's emails, phone messages, texts, and web accesses, by the way, which tells them what you're looking at, not just where you're going. And all of those things, plus where you're calling from, where your telephone's calling from, all that's going to be recorded for 2 years, and the government will be able to get at it with no by your leave from anybody. Now, historically, governments have been kept out of our private lives. Our freedom and privacy has been protected by using the courts, by saying, if you want to intercept, if you want to look at something, fine. If it's a terrorist or a criminal, go and ask a magistrate and you'll get your approval. You shouldn't go beyond that in a decent, civilised society, but that's what's being proposed.
But that presupposes prior suspicion, doesn't it? And don't events of the last 10 or 15 years suggest that so-called sort of clean skins get below the radar, and what this does is allow the agencies to pursue people or be flagged up about people who haven't actually been on the sort of security radar before.
And how are you going to find them in 60 million people? That just doesn't work. I mean, it's a sort of Tom Cruise film script, not a reality. The simple truth is they have to have suspicion before they intervene into people's privacy. That's actually as it should be anyway. It's very, very easy to get that approval from a magistrate in the middle of the night. It's happened in the past plenty of times. It's never been a restraint on them. Didn't stop them finding out about the London, Glasgow bombings. Remember that? They found people from their phone records that way. They don't need this law to protect us. This is an unnecessary extension of the ability of the state to snoop on ordinary innocent people in vast numbers, and frankly they shouldn't have that power.
Labour, of course, pushed for something similar a few years ago, and just to be clear, this isn't about content, is it? It's about contact. They will have to seek a warrant to actually explore the content of any of these transactions and interceptions.
Mostly it's about contact, you're quite right. But that tells them who you called, when you called them, where you were, where they were at the time of call. It's a great deal more information than people are. And when you were talking about web access, access to the internet, the content is where you actually access. They can go back and look later themselves. So for much of it, it's about contact, as you call it, but for some of it, it actually includes content as well.